What's up, y'all? It's your girl EJ, and welcome back to the recap. Now, today we're going to be talking about All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 4, and you already know this episode starts right where the last one left off, and that is with your girl Blue and your boy Tommy about to get blown the F up, y'all, because Fernando said he didn't come to play with them. He blew up his wife like it was nothing, and your girl Blue is ready to go get some get back, but Tommy is like, no, we not finna do this. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, when Blue told Tommy to go ahead and go start the car, just to make sure that his car wasn't going to blow up before she got in it, I was with it. I probably would have said the same thing. Go ahead and hit that like button if you would have done the same thing. So anyway, y'all, your boy Casanova is definitely still being hemmed up by the detective, and they just ain't about to let him go. He's like, look, I can get you something. They trust me. Now, I don't know in what world Casanova thought that Madam actually trusts him, but oh well, we gonna let him roll with it. So they give him 24 hours. Now, as he's leaving, he is gonna say bye to a cop, and one of Trouble's homies is gonna see him, and then she's gonna give Trouble a call and let her know that, hey, that dude that we was about to jump, that we was about to get at, yeah, he's a cop. So of course your girl Trouble thinks that she has some new information when we all know that everybody already knows about Casanova. But anyway, y'all, she is determined to go and tell Madam this information. But the funniest part is the way that she just kind of leaves your boy Rayshawn hanging there. Now, she keeps saying how she want to help Rayshawn, and she keeps acting like she's all down for the homie. But Rayshawn's like, he just want to go in the house. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be standing out here. And she like, nah, I don't know you like that. So she just leave him standing out there. Now, truth be told, had Rayshawn had actually said that he was going to go actually cook something that was worth it, how you going to cook ice cream, bro? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, Rayshawn just be doing the dumbest shit, y'all. Like, real talk. So anyway, Trouble heads off to go and tell Madam her good news. So anyway, y'all, Blue is still doing the most. For whatever reason, she really wants to go get at Fernando. She is not ready to let this go. Now, Fernando is going to give her a call, and he's going to give her his location and is like, pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? And Blue is like, okay. But Tommy isn't having it. He knows that he has to get her back to Madam's place because he ain't trying to deal with Madam. Now, meanwhile, we do actually find out some information that we didn't know before, and that's the real reason why the detective has such a hard-on for Madam and why they keep coming at her. Turns out it's about to be an election year, and her boss is like, look, I am going to keep my job. You told me that this was the way to go, that she was the big bust, and basically you ain't did ish, So he tells her that she needs to go back to the person that she used to be before she got all virtuous and stuff and decided that she was going to go by the book. Do what you used to do when you was trying to climb the ladder. So he basically told her, by any means necessary, I want Madam to come down because I ain't about to lose my job because of you. So anyway, y'all, looks like Madam is going to have even more problems because they're going to be coming at her every which way that they can. Now, back at Madam's house, Tommy and Blue have made it back, and Tommy definitely lets Joey know that he don't like him because Joey comes in there trying to check on him. He's like, you already knew it was me, but yet you still coming in here anyway, and just so you know, I don't like you. And then, of course, Joey tucks his tail and runs off, and then, of course, Tommy goes back into this mode. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with Tommy? Tommy like, look, we got the bed turned down, they got a pillow or something, they got a muffin, and Blue is thinking the same thing, like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, I just don't even know. But anyway, y'all, you gotta love Tommy. Tommy is great, y'all. I love Tommy. He's one of my favorite characters. If Tommy is one of your favorite characters as well, make sure to go ahead and smash the like button. So meanwhile, y'all, Amp is going to actually get a sofa. Like, out of the blue, we just see Amp with this sofa, and I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Amp finally got some furniture. So El Fuego comes over to sleep on the sofa because he decides that he can't stay at his own place. Now, he is going to ask Amp about what happened because he sees that Amp is drinking, because Amp is telling him, like, look, you don't want to go to prison. That is not the place where you want to go. I know you went to the cops, but you really don't want to go to prison. And Fuego's like, look, but you basically are doing all this drinking, so it looks like you're trying to go back there. And he's like, look, I don't even know how else to cope with what I've been dealing with. And then Fuego asks him what, and then he proceeds to tell him exactly what went down. Now, I don't know if this was a smart move, y'all. I'm really on the fence about Amp telling Fuego anything because I wholeheartedly 100% do not trust Fuego, and I think he gave him way too much information. But, it is what it is. Let me know down in the comments if you think that Amp gave Fuego too much information. So anyway, Doc is going to end up calling Madam and letting her know that he can't find the governor's daughter, that he's been there, but she hasn't showed up. And then he's going to notice that the detective is there. And of course, Madam takes this opportunity to want to try to see what else she can get out of the detective. So she sends Doc over there to talk to her. But instead, the detective comes to him. They have a little bit of a conversation. And of course, she is super lit. Like, she is lit, y'all. But her boss did just go in on her about what she need to do. I mean, your girl got on her freakum dress and everything. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, Doc tries to turn on that charm, y'all. Doc tries to put that old vitamin D on that knee, trying to see what he can do. But, she didn't bite. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought for a second she was about to break down. I'm like, okay, I see y'all, freaky detective. But she didn't move her knee. She definitely left her knee there. She could have moved her knee. But anyway, y'all, I'm just saying she could have. But she's gonna hem him up a little bit. And then Madam is gonna end up telling him, like, look, I need you to stay on her, but don't push too hard. So I guess we're gonna see where this is gonna go. Do y'all think that the detective is gonna break down? Is she gonna give in to old Doc, aka Bolo? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Now, back at the gym, Midnight and Face are doing their normal workout, and they're going to be having a conversation. And to be fair, the conversation just really isn't that important for me to go deep into. But what is important is the fact that this woman walks up to him and is all like, are we going to be on for tonight? Are you going to do that thing that, I like? And she was just being nasty as normal. But we did learn that Midnight is like, make sure you bring the money. Then he asked her about her husband. He's like, where your husband gonna be at? And she's like, don't worry about my husband. So this is a very important part because we are gonna learn later about the bills that Midnight actually had the BRB tag all over them because Madam tags her money that comes from the Black Rock boy. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to talk about, and I'm probably going to talk about it on a separate video. So meanwhile, back at Madam's house, Tommy is trying to tell Madam what happened, but your boy Joey already told her and further made Tommy look even more bad, made it look like he needed to tighten up, and that's exactly what Madam tells him. He even tells her about Trouble outside waiting all night. I'm like, Trouble, you are doing way too much, girl. So anyway, Blue tells her about the whole situation with Fernando, and Madam is like, dang, okay, good job, Fernando. Like, you taking a page out of my book now. But y'all know Blue wasn't really trying to hear it, and Madam is just like, you didn't even F with her like that. Like, you wasn't like feeling her like that, so don't even try it. And she's just like, it's the principle of the matter. So anyway, Madam tells Joey, let's ride, which is typically what she used to tell Tommy. So you already know Tommy felt the way about it, and then Blue tells him, like, look, I see why you don't like that dude. So anyway, y'all, back at the club, Big D is going to show up, and he's going to have a conversation with Dime like he always do because he's still trying to get at her. And then he wants to practice on her. He wants to practice his little dance on her. So he finally gets her over there. They start to practice the dance. And then, of course, Amp is going to walk in, him and Fuego, and she's going to start doing her little act. Now, mind you, just a few moments ago, she was pushing him off, telling him, don't pick her up, and that this wasn't turning her on. And then as soon as Amp walks in, she wants to play this game, y'all. And I am definitely going to have another video where we kind of just dive into this whole situation. But for the purposes of this recap, Dime started doing some extra stuff. Amp wasn't feeling it. And, that just ended the way it ended. Big D thought that he was about to get some, but he didn't. So anywho, Casanova is going to show up, and Madam is going to want to see him. Trouble is going to try to talk to Madam, tells him about Casanova, and, does her Trouble thing. Ray Sean definitely should never do crime with anyone because as soon as Casanova comes in, he gets all nervous and stuff. Now, your boy Casanova definitely played himself, y'all. He says that he wasn't wearing a wire. He's in there trying to talk to Madam. He's like, I'm not wearing a wire. You want to check my shoes? shoes again, and he starts to get undressed. But what he doesn't know is that your girl Madam has this high-tech type of stuff. Like, we already know that she had the face recognition, so it doesn't surprise me that she actually has something to show when something is, you know, in the vicinity, when there's a wire in the vicinity. And he definitely had one. Turns out it was embedded in his ear, like it was deep down in his ear, so they had to use a little magnet to pull it out. So, you know, I guess it's safe to say that Casanova is probably definitely going to take an L, and he's going to be going to the upper room real soon, y'all. So anyway, y'all, Trouble, of course, causes trouble out on the stage when she doesn't want to leave off of the stage. And then your girl Dime just has to check her and is like, look, girl, until the queen crowns you, get your ass off the stage. So your boy Fuego is back to dancing. So it was really good to see him back up on the stage. However, it was nothing like that shower scene, y'all. I am forever going to be talking about that shower scene. And now every dance scene will never add up. I'm just saying. So anywho, moving on, y'all. The moment that we have all been waiting for is to find out where the hell the concierge is. And lo and behold, he gives Madam a call. And y'all know your girl Madam is shook. She does that thing that she always does when she like asks who this is. And he's like, you know who this is. But what is more interesting, that he lets us know that he's been out in Mexico with Lotus's father, and that Lotus's father is enraged, and he definitely wants him get back for his daughter's death. Now, he tells her that he has been given a mandate that he has to take something away from Madam that she loves, which 9 times out of 10 is going to be her club, because that's the only thing that she loves, and that he also has to kill somebody that she is love or that she is close to. And we all know that that's probably going to either be Blue Tommy, her father, or Amp, because everybody else, not so much. So it's going to be interesting to see who he's going to be trying to hang from the bridge of the Guadalajara or whatever. I'm just saying, this is going to get crazy, y'all. I think this is about to get really, really interesting. I think we're about to see a lot more bodies drop, and I'm all here for it. So last but not least, we are going to see that Trouble is going to once again try to come and talk to Madam, because she swears that she needs a solo. And I'm like, girl, I really need you to stop charging up Madam the way that you were trying to charge her up. Like, you really don't know who you messing with or who you dealing with. And then when Madam turns around and says, okay, you know, you can have the solo, but, you know, since you say that you're loyal, since you say that you down, you know, I need you to do something for me. And then she has her follow her to the basement where we see Casanova. Now, when Trouble gets down there, she's talking all this big noise. You know, she got on her big girl britches at this point, and she like, that's what you get, yada, yada, yada. And then Madam pulls that gun out of Tommy's back and hands it to her. It's like, hey, so you never liked him, huh? And she's like, nah. And then she's like, well, go ahead and shoot him then, you know, because you want to be down. And then Trouble backtracks. You know what I'm saying? Trouble does that thing where she starts backing up, and she's like, Madam, but Madam. She was like, no, you want to be down, right? Like, you want to be down? You want to prove your loyalty? Well, this is how you prove your loyalty to Madam Trouble. So you always asking for some stuff, but then you don't know what you actually really getting. That's why you should not be out here just asking for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, y'all, I was about to go off on Trouble. Let me pull it back, because this video getting too long. So anyway, y'all, that is where this episode ends, with us waiting for Trouble to pull this trigger that she's probably 9 times out of 10 not going to pull. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Will Trouble actually pull the trigger? Did Amp actually talk way too doggone much? Okay, guys, do not forget that we are going to be discussing All the Queen's Men live on Sunday, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time or 8:15 Central Standard Time. It is going to be myself, my girl Tika Deshawn, Candy Love is going to be in the building, and whoever else decides to pull up on us as well. But we're going to be breaking all of this down and talking about all the shenanigans, so definitely turn on your notifications. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future All the Queen's Men's talk. YouTube says you just might like this video next, guys, so go ahead and take a look. Until next time, peace.